3 full season championships are still wide open as we head into the season finale, Motul Petit Le Mans. Meanwhile, every single Michelin Endurance Cup battle still remains wide open heading into the 10-hour season finale at Road Atlanta. Who will prevail and who has the upper hand? Buckle up, cause you're about to go off in the S's. First, a quick reminder of how the championship point systems work. Championship points are awarded to each car that finishes the race. Starting with the first place car will receive 350 points, second place car 320, 300 for third, 280 for fourth, 260 for fifth, and then every other position after that goes down in an increment of 10. Qualifying points are also awarded, and they are awarded at a rate of 10% of the full race finishing points. So for example, the pole sitter, instead you get 350 points. If you won the race, you get 35 points. If you get pole, you get 32 points if you start second, etc. Now, there are 3 championships that teams are competing for: the overall championship, the Sprint Cup in the GTD category, and the Michelin Endurance Cup. The Sprint Cup has already been decided as the Sprint Cup season is over, but the overall championship and the Michelin Endurance Cup are still up for grabs. The Michelin Endurance Cup points are slightly different and handed out at various points in the race. For Petit Le Mans, these various points are at the 4-hour mark, at the 8-hour mark, and at the race finish. The race leader at each one of those stages will earn 5 points. Second place at those timestamps again will get 4 points. Third place will get 3 points. And all other competitors in class that are running will pick up 2 points. Now let's jump into who is running where and where everybody stands in the standings, starting with the GTD Pro category. The number 9 Pfaff Motorsports Porsche leads the way with 3,173 points in the overall championship. They are ahead of the number 3 Corvette Racing entry, who has 2908. Still a very close battle there between them and the number 14 Vassar Sullivan Lexus, who has 2892 points. On the Michelin Endurance Cup side, though, it's a little bit different here. Corvette Racing leads the way there with 27 points. They are just 2 points up on the Risi Competizione Ferrari, and they are an additional 1 point up on the Pfaff Motorsport Porsche. Don't forget about the Heart of Racing, number 23 Aston Martin, who have 23 points. That's kind of where I would start to say, your chances go significantly down from there of being able to make up those points. Remember, there's only going to be a handful of cars in this class, which means as long as you're running at that time, then you're gonna be picking up some decent points anyways. So really keep an eye on the Corvette, that Risi Competizione Ferrari, and I would say that Pfaff Motorsports Porsche as your main threats there. In GTD, the number 27 Heart of Racing Aston Martin leads the way there with 2,630 points. They are ahead of the number 32 Korthoff Motorsports Mercedes, who has 2,585 points, and ahead of the Wright Motorsports Porsche, who have 2,573 points. Really good battle there for second and third. Both of those teams have the potential to catch the number 27, who we talked about. 27 is going very hard to try and wrap up that full season championship. And on the Michelin Endurance Cup side of things, it is the Inception Racing McLaren that is leading the way there. They are up by 5 points right now on the AF Corsa Ferrari, and they are up by 7 points on the number 27 Heart of Racing Aston. So this really very much is Inception's to lose. As long as they have a good, solid, consistent finish, it's going to be hard for AF Corsa to pass them, especially with the large field that we see in GTD and just how close all the running is. So there is definitely the potential for a lot of these teams to be able to potentially catch them, but really it looks like Inception Racing is in the driver's seat here. In LMP3, it's number 54 Core Autosport entry here that leads that championship. They have 1,716 points total. The number 74 Riley Motorsports entry, 1,633, and they are 36 points ahead of the number 30 JR3 Racing entry. So I wouldn't say that LMP3 is completely locked up yet, especially with the track record that number 74 Riley Motorsports entry has here, but it's going to take a bit of a problem for the number 54 for the 74 to have a chance. We know with LMP3s, a little bit of anything can happen, so definitely keep your eyes peeled there, but 54 with the upper hand. In the Michelin Endurance Cup, though, it is the 74 with the upper hand on the number 33 entry, the Sean Creech Motorsport entry. The Riley Motorsports entry has 34 points compared to the Sean Creech Motorsports 31. Those are the two main players here, as the number 54 Core Autosport entry has 26 points. They're 8 points back of the leader. Moving on up another peg here, and it is the LMP2 category. The 52 PR1 Matheson Motorsports entry has 1,659 points. They are just 19 points up on the number 8 Tower Motorsport entry. The number 18 Era Motorsport entry has 1,607 points. They are 52 points back of the leader, so not out of it either, but going to need a very favorable result here in that 7-car grid to take that victory in the overall championship. But in the Michelin Endurance Cup Championship, it is also the number 52 PR1 Matheson Motorsports entry. They lead with 35 points to their name. They are 4 points ahead of Racing Team Netherlands, who is just competing in the Michelin Endurance Cup Championship. It's a 2-horse race here, as well as High Class Racing and Dragon Speed. They are both 10 points back of the championship leader there. And in DPI, it is absolutely winner takes all here. In the overall championship, the number 10 Konica Minolta Acura leads by 19 points over the number 60 Meyer-Shank Racing entry. It is essentially win. If you don't win, then you're probably not going to win the championship. Like, these two teams have been so close. Maybe not necessarily win, but it's a dogfight between those two cars, and it's going to be over the course of the entire race. They've been locked together all season long. That's going to be no different at Road Atlanta. You know Wayne Taylor Racing. They're bringing in a ringer in Brandon Hartley. The number 60, they've just been so strong all season. It is just the 2-horse race there, but there is a good battle also going on a little bit further down the championship standings for third place between team cars for Chip Ganassi Racing, the 01 and the 02. The 01 entry leading by 15 points over that 02 entry. In the Michelin Endurance Cup, it is also pretty much winner take all here, as it is completely up in the air. If we see a team that has problems, we've seen actually how close DPI has been the entire season at all of these Michelin Endurance Cup races, and again, it's going to be no different at Petit Le Mans here. Is the number 60 Meyer-Shank Racing entry that leads it with 30 points. They have a 1-point lead on the number 10 Wayne Taylor Racing entry. The number 5 JDC Miller Motorsports Cadillac is just 2 points off of the leader here with 28 points. With 26 points, you get the Whelan Engineering Cadillac, and then you drop down another couple of points to the 01 Cadillac Racing entries. So really, if you start to see some of these DPIs have problems, it could really shake up this championship. And I think it's going to be a great, great battle this entire race between these 7 entries. In also what is the final season for DPI, so a little bit of extra motivation there to pull out the final DPI championship wins. Let me know down in the comments who you think is going to come through clutch and take home the titles. Also, in case you missed it, you can get caught up on all recent IMSA news right here. With that, though, I hope everyone has a great race weekend and doesn't go off in the S's.